calling shots at Folsom, and then he's stuck in there, and he can't get out. Does that sound righteous? No, because you can never get out of that system. And what Dolores is saying about Pelican Bay, that place was destroyed before they opened that place up. It was absolutely destroyed. The economy was destroyed. After that, the economy was great. It's booming. It's a business. We need deterrence to prisons, not continuing to build them and create them, because that's not good for the general population. It's not good for the general public. It's not good for our kids. It's not good for anybody. So if anybody wants to check out Roll Call or Underdog, which gets into that, I have it after class. And let's see, what else was I going to say? Anybody have any questions or?
Can you explain can you explain the whole and debriefing a little more?
Okay. Okay. I've spent like over a year in solitary confinement in prisons for riots and for being under investigation for stuff. And to go to the whole, like you're on the main line. Let's say this is a building, a small building. You're going to have sections of the building. Like if you're in Northern California, where there's a lot of Northerners, they might have more power because they have more people than Southern California. So they're going to have control of where you can walk, what showers you can use, so forth and so on. When you get to the yard, it's the same thing. Where you can congregate, pull-up bars, stuff like that. So it's very monitored in there. When you go to the hole, you're in a lockdown environment, and you're supposed to get 10 hours of yard a week, mandatory Supreme Court rulings. You're supposed to get 3 showers a week, mandatory Supreme Court rulings. Stuff that has to do with mail. There's other things that have to do with adequate food, adequate things that are Supreme Court rulings to make it so it's not cruel and unusual punishment. While I was in the hole, sometimes they wouldn't run programs. So prisoners rebel against that, and they disrupt counts, and that's when you see the cell extractions. And Dolores is right, the media is going to show you one side of it. I'll give you an example. And the 3 strikes law was propagated over a sex crime. Terrible. We hate those kind of people in prison. Those kind of people we have to stab to have any honor in prison. Mandatory, that's going to happen. That's just the way it is. And there's sex criminals, child molesters, stuff like that. So, of course, it would piss us off even more when you see lies propagated over sex criminals being released if the law passes. Okay, Polly Floss is the victim in a sex crime. The 3 strikes law is created. Down the road, everybody starts realizing that we're not targeting who we were supposed to target. We're targeting petty drug users, petty theft with a prior, petty burglary, stealing pizzas. We're not targeting the right people. Polly Floss's own family came out and said, we're targeting the wrong people. We want to adjust this. It was Prop 66 back then. We were going to help get rid of it so that the petty thefts with a prior, the residential burglary, anything that's not violent, that's drug-related, we're going to let them go back to court and get their sentence modified. That's what was supposed to happen. He warned everybody that the other side, the prison union, is going to show you a bunch of commercials with doors slamming shut. We walk the toughest beat. And they're going to scare you and lie to you saying child molesters, rapists, and murderers are going to be released if this law changes. That's exactly what happened. I know where the money came from to fund that, and it got Arnold Schwarzenegger on TV lying that that's what the law would do if it changed. It didn't pass, barely in the end. Schwarzenegger's a good example of what